So the Duelist here, again, with Didi, part 2 of the Divine
Mysteries,
the Divine Mysteries, and the 13 Stations of the Cross. Let's just go ahead and start this part out by reading the 13 Stages of the Cross.
And you're gonna help explain that then.
Right, okay. I'm gonna help you explain it as we go along.
All right. So the first one is Jesus Christ condemned to death, which is the dedication to initiation. You told me, is that right? So
what exactly that's the dedication to initiation.
First step.
The very first step, and it's important to understand that once you start the 13 Stations of the Cross, you can't go back.
Okay.
You'll be stuck in a limbo, but once you start the 13 Stations of the Cross, you have to see it all the way through, and that's the first step, is the initiation.
Okay, and then the second step we have is Jesus Christ takes up his cross, which is the path of initiation.
Right, so the path of initiation is, again, just the beginning of the path that the individual, the initiate, is going to walk down in order to...
And he is the initiate, correct?
He is the initiate. Whoever's doing it is the initiate. Is going, or what the path that they're going to walk down in order to make this transformation possible.
Okay, and then the third is Jesus Christ falls the first time, which you wrote is basically the symbolism of being a human, the symbolic of human frailty.
Yeah, symbolic of human frailty and the impossibility of being able to attain this type of enlightenment without supernatural powers or, other
I got
powers.
You, because you're only on the third stage. And the fourth stage is Jesus Christ meets his mother, ideal of the exalted feminine.
Yes, the exalted feminine, that loving kindness that guides you through the 13 Stations of the Cross, and also symbolic of the Holy Grail, from where Jesus obtains all of his powers.
Okay, Simon helps carry the cross. Simon's dedication to discipleship.
Right, so basically, Simon was one of the most powerful apostles, so his dedication to, I'm sorry, what was that word, dedication to?
His discipleship, his following
to discipleship.
Christ, yeah.
So basically, that's kind of the 12 apostles, after we conjure them, giving you the rite of passage in order to be able to become this powerful, interesting, white light being.
Okay, and then 6 is Veronica wipes the face of Jesus Christ, basically transmutation of the feminine.
Yes, transmutation of the feminine. And at this point is when the body of the initiate's actually going to start experiencing and feeling the full transformation, to where he's going to be guided and get the powers that Jesus has. Again, the feminine being symbolic of the Holy Grail, where all the powers come from.
Okay, and then we have Jesus Christ falls a second time, symbolic of failure through desire.
So a lot of times when you're doing a transformation like this, you really have to let go of your mortal being. Like, you can't bring your you obviously bring your mortal being with you, but like, you have to leave everything else that you've known, the mortal part where that tells you, oh, this is impossible, you can't do this. You have to leave that behind. You cannot doubt. You have to stay focused. You have to stay on point. And a lot of people at this stage will fail, but again,
you carry them through.
Right, yeah, they carry them through. The feminine powers, the dedication of the
initiate. So you become that feminine power when you're doing this transformation then?
Yes, you do.
It's not just a ritual, it's your own power that gets them through.
You become the power. You become that feminine power and the powers that Jesus Christ has.
Now here's one that we discussed earlier. Jesus Christ speaks to the weeping woman. Sorrow for the degradation of women. Which is basically humanity. Humanity, because the female represents birth and life.
Right.
And this is going to be a total rebirthing.
From your old self into the newer divine self. Yes.
And then 9 is Jesus Christ falls a third time, symbolic of the material world.
Right. So when you are being the transmutation we talked about earlier, symbolic of the material world, is you must leave all of your material knowledge and everything that you know behind in order to gain the spiritual and the divine.
So basically everything that you hold important, like say, oh, I got brand new furniture, I have a brand new car, I love my car, you need to let go of that.
Need to let go.
It doesn't mean you give it away to anybody, but during the transformation, you have to come to an understanding in your mind and soul that these mean nothing.
Right. The metaphysical is way more powerful.
Now, what if you're doing somebody and they cannot let go of that? You are letting go of it for them. You help them. Is that right?
We help them. We don't ever let anybody stuck. That's not the goal. The goal is to get everybody to where they need to be. Some people take longer.
That's got to be really difficult because I know people that all they care about is money, materialistic properties, items, the name brand handbag. I mean,
and that's also
they'll marry somebody just because they have money. They're so greedy. Like, how do you, if somebody came to you, because we're going to get in more into this, where we're actually going to tell you the powers that you achieve, even healing. Right. These are all the things Christ could do. Psychometry, clairvoyance, being able to see auras, like these are all things, and we're going to tell you where you can even find them. So how do you get to a point where you can give someone so greedy, so materialistic powers like that? Like this, does this suck the life out of you when you do it? Or is it all the magical ability you were given during your drag-off transformation?
It's a combination of the two, to be honest with you. It's a power that I was given that I can instill into people through the transformation, but also...
that's like changing someone's mind almost, like recultivating, remolding a mind.
So your mind's going through a transformation at the time. It's like your mind is completely taken out of your body and reconfigured.
You know what? I really need to understand this because I got to put myself in the position of somebody watching this video. Okay, so you have a person so materialistic, they married for money. Let's just say they married for money. They didn't give a crap about them. They're talking about the money. This type of person is a certain type of person with a certain type of goal, which these people usually do not care about humanity. They don't care about other people. Their number one thing in their life is themselves. So correct. Is it a combination of your power and that they are seeing a true mystical reality that they cannot turn away from it anymore, that they finally understand, I don't understand.
It's a combination of, like I said, the power that I can give them, but a combination of the fact that they're enlightened to the point where they can understand where.
So they undo their whole mindset.
Yes, they're going through a whole mind alchemy process where. Their mind.
This is a mind-blowing transformation.
Their mind is taken out of their body. And they're taken to a place where they can see the things that they used to think that were important, their car, their house,
their shoes, handbag.
their Coach handbag.
That's
not important.
Yeah, I like Chanel.
That kind of Chanel, whatever. That kind of stuff isn't important compared to the amount of power and the enlightenment that you're going to get with this transformation. It's incredible. It's unlike anything that I've ever done.
All right, so number 10, Jesus Christ is stripped of his garments. Why? Why is he stripped of his garments?
I didn't know.
Now, why is he stripped of his garments?
He was stripped of his...
He's made naked.
Right. He is stripped of his garments, and that's to symbolize that during this transformation, you're stripped of your body. Your soul is taken up.
Your flesh is foul.
Yes, your flesh. Your flesh is foul. Your flesh...
So we're talking true enlightenment.
Yes, your flesh is carnal sin. So you can't have your sin. You can't have your soul in order to get this transformation. And the reason why you have to go through the 13 gates or stations of the cross is because your soul needs to leave your body in order to get this type of transformation, because your soul cannot be touching or connected to the carnal sin.
Okay, well, how about this one? The 11th station.
Right.
Jesus Christ is now to the cross and the development of the stigmata. So now we're bleeding.
The development of the
Are these people bleeding?
Bleeding, yes, because the blood is always a symbolic of a redoing, of a washing of.
Are you during the transformation process? Are you putting cuts on their hands?
Yes.
So they are going to bleed.
They are going to bleed
because they're letting what out? They're letting out.
It's a symbolic of the death of the old, the death of your carnal flesh, the death of a misunderstanding, the death of the mind numbing that the government today gives you, and the death of everything that you used to know into a rebirth of something so much more meaningful and so much more powerful that's going to enlighten you and take you to that place where you can pretty much do any magic you want to do.
And we're going to get into that magic, but first, 12. It's a 12 station. Jesus Christ dies on the cross. Initiation consummated.
So at that point, the initiate, it feels like they're dead.
because the evil, the
because
rotting
the
is gone.
evil
It's
is
died.
the evil is taken out of their body. They feel like they're in a brand new, strange place because it's nothing they've ever felt before.
Do you get sick during that part?
You will get sick. You
do though, not them.
Yeah, I
Or
do.
do they do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What did I say? You?
Well, yeah.
No,
you
that
said you
they
get sick,
won't
yeah.
get sick. I will get sick on their behalf. So basically,
Do you literally throw up?
I literally will throw up. Yes.
So if you, to be honest with you, this is a transformation that I picked. So you are gonna throw up like right next to me, or are you gonna walk away so I don't get it on?
I'm gonna walk away. I'm not
Okay.
gonna throw up right
That's
next
terrible.
to you.
Bad
So
question.
if you've ever, I know this is a little bit human, but if you've ever seen the movie The Green Mile,
Yeah,
How-
I know.
how-
I couldn't watch it all because it was so sad to me.
Yeah, it's very sad.
I could not
But
finish
you've
that,
seen
and
the part-
I've never seen the entire movie because I just couldn't deal with it.
but you've seen the part where he takes the sickness and the sadness and
No, I don't want to talk about the
Okay.
movie. Okay. Stations of the Cross 13. Jesus Christ is taken from the cross, and there's a total liberation from the body.
and that.
So at this
is-
point,
that's it. That at that point you have achieved. The initiate has achieved everything that they've wanted.
Christ-like, but you didn't put the power in them yet, and that's what we're gonna get to
Not
next.
yet. Yeah, we're gonna get to that next.
So
But
now
at
we
this point,
basically-
they're free. They're
So
free from their
they're
former
free.
self. They've been resurrected.
They're free.
Into their new place.
And
into their
now
new being.
you put into them the powers.
Right. Yes.
Okay, we will be right back with part 3 of this video.